want to hear it. Come on, Glenn. Come up here real quick. I told you I was going to call you out, brother. So, come on up. How do you define that word success? Let's hear it.
Being able to do anything at any time, with anyone, anywhere.
Awesome, definitely 12 on a scale of 1 to 10, brother. I appreciate you. Now, by the way, how many of you guys had that exact same definition? Anyone? Okay, several of you did. Yeah. Let's just face this. If you had the time, you took the time, you asked, 1,000 different people what their definition of that word is, you'd probably end up with somewhere around 1,000 different definitions. Is that fair? Absolutely. So, to me, the word's a little bit elusive, it's a little bit confusing, and yet, I thought if I understood that word, then I too might be successful. So I went to Webster's dictionary and just looked it up. And the definition is really, really simple. Success is getting what you want. Not what somebody else thinks you should want or what I think you should want. It's about getting what you want. It's okay, I don't care if you want to sell 5 houses a year, 500 houses a year. If you want to build a rev share team of thousands and thousands of agents, as long as you're getting what you want, you're success. So stop comparing yourself to other people because that just kills all joy, yes? Just get what you want. When I think about this definition, I think about my best friend. I think about my wife. You know, her mission in life is to be the best mother to our 3 kids on the face of this planet. I'll tell you what, all 3 of my kids would look her dead in the eye with complete honesty and say, you know what, Mom? You're the best mother in the world. To me, she's the most successful person I know. And you know, as we talk about revenue shares, we talk about real estate sales, again, there's really just 3 metrics of success. Just 3 things that we can control. Let's face it, there are so many things in real estate, in revenue share building, that are outside of our control. Think about real estate. You can't control the buyer's credit score, their cash position, the inventory in the market, or the lack thereof. You can't control the seller's motivation, the location of their property. Yet, there are 3 things in which we can control. Number 1, you gotta know what to say. You can control what comes out of your mouth. You understand this? You also need to know how to say it. And then finally, again, you just need to say it to enough people. How many of you guys want more attraction appointments? Put your hand up really high. Well, in order to do that, let me just tell you something, and I hate to make it so simplistic, you just need to create more conversations. That's it. How many of you want bigger rev share deposits into your account? Yeah, me too. And yet, if you just simply reverse engineer it, that's one thing you can't control, it's saying it to enough people. I attended an event before I aligned with the XP up in Vegas that Brent put on. It was awesome. And yet they started the event like this. They had no idea. There's probably 1,350 people in the audience. They had no idea how many people were going to come up on stage. But they said something like, if you have over 300 people in your organization, come on up to the stage. I was shocked at the amount of people. I mean, they were lined up on this side, they were lined up on that side, and it took like 45 minutes to go through this, you remember? Yeah. And there were so many people with over 2,000, 3,000 people in their rev share groups. Now, I sought them out. I want to find out, how are you doing that? Now, no offense to anybody in the room, but please take this in the spirit, I mean it. When I met them, when I shook their hand, I had a conversation, there wasn't anything terribly charismatic about them. They were normal people like you and I, you understand. They were simply willing to create more conversations. How many of you guys are willing to create more conversations? Show me your hands. What if they reject you? What if they bruise that ego a little bit? And I'm going to quote Brent Gopher. He said, the more you risk your ego, the bigger your bank account balance gets. Yep. How many of you guys believe that's true? All right, so the question is, well, what do I say? I just want to share a script that I've developed called the Open Mind Script. Hello, Brent. Thanks for taking my call. Hey, we sold a house together back in October of 2017. It was over on Field Street. You remember the deal. Yeah, fantastic. Hey, do you have just 2 minutes for me? Well, excellent. I reached out to you for 2 reasons. First, I have a great deal of respect for you as a realtor because you approach this business with integrity. Second, I reached out because I have a sense that you're the type of person who has a very open mind and is always open to new opportunities. Am I right? Now, by the way, if you asked 5,000 people Do you have an open mind or a closed mind? What will all 5,000 say?
Open.
Of course, I have an open mind. Well, I respect your time, so do you mind if I'm completely direct? So let me ask, are you open to investigating a new brokerage model that will have a profound and substantial impact on your net income, your net worth, and approach that compensates you in 8 different ways, one of which is residual and passive income? Let me ask, are you open to just investing 20 to 30 minutes to learn about the opportunity? As I think in our society, don't you appreciate a direct approach? I do, and a lot of people say, no, you don't understand. I have to take them out to dinner. I have to take them to happy hour, all that. Here's the goal of that first conversation, just, are they open? That's it. So if they say yes, excellent, well, let's set an appointment for us to meet on a Zoom meeting or face-to-face if you'd prefer. I'll outline the 8 different ways that we compensate our agents here at EXP and show you how to increase your net income and your net worth exponentially. Tell me, what works best for you? Is it mornings or afternoons? It's super simple. It's a direct approach. Now, what if they say no? There you go. I understand, maybe you don't want any extra money. Yet, let me just quickly ask, if I could show you how to put an additional $25,000 to $50,000 in your pocket next year doing nothing different than you're doing today, would it be worth investing just 20 to 30 minutes of your time with me to just learn about the opportunity? I'm so glad to hear that. Tell me, what works best for you? Is it mornings or afternoons? All right, good stuff. Number 1 objection, turn to the person next to you, share with them, what do you think is the number 1 objection that you're going to hear when you're focused on attracting agents? Out of curiosity, how many of you got that right? I'm happy where I'm at. So what do you say? Oh, that's okay. If you ever change your mind, be sure to call me directly. By the way, my name's Shon. Bye. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. So, what do you say? I want to share a NLP strategy with you. It's called level shifting. Now, hear me on this, guys. I want you to pay attention. Because level shifting is a total game changer when it comes to attraction. Here we go. I'm glad to hear that because we love working with happy people. In fact, Russ, would you be shocked to hear that virtually every person that I've attracted to join EXP has said almost those exact same words to me? See, one thing I know for sure is that for most people, making more money, keeping more of their commissions in their pocket instead of giving it to their broker, spending more quality time with their loved ones and doing more deals makes them even happier than they are today. So, it's really about your production and your bank account balance at the end of the day, isn't it? Say yes. Yes. See, when they say yes, guys, it's no longer about this. It's about that. Now I can have a real conversation with you about your production. I can start sharing some major points of differentiation as well. So, tell me, let me just say that this opportunity will win you more money in less time. And fortunately, in order to get you one step closer to achieving your goals, all we need to do now is simply set an appointment for you to meet with me. And I'll take you through a deeper dive into the XP model. I'm going to show you a proven plan that will get you from where you're at today to where you desire to be in the future. Now, when is the best time for you to get together with me? Is it weekdays or weekends? Or mornings or afternoons? Guys, many of you simply need to master a very simple strategy called ABC. It's the sales technique. Now, a lot of you are thinking, oh, that stands for always be closing. Now, no offense to the movie, which is Glengarry Glen Ross, right? No offense to the movie, love the movie. Yet always be closing is super cheesy, and it's never going to do you or I any good. The new ABCs are action, benefit, commitment. So you can follow this very simply. The action in this case is to simply set an appointment for you to meet with me. The benefit is you're going to do a deeper dive into EXP. I'm going to show you how to profoundly impact your financial destiny. Then I go to the commitment. When's the best time for you to get together with me? So weekdays or weekends. Guys, action first. Anytime you outline an action, there's a question that appears in their mind. Is that true? What do you suppose that question is? Can I do it? How many of you have heard the acronym WIFM? WIIFM. What do you suppose that stands for? What's in it for me? So you follow with the benefit. Here's what's in it for you. You put it on a silver platter. Here's why you should say yes. And then you simply segue right into the commitment. Super simple strategy. Now, again, you got to know what to say. You got to know how to say it. And finally, what's the third? Say it to enough people. So, let's talk about the psychology of interaction. Now, you might want to draw this model out. And what I'm referencing here is their mindset. So every single person, for the most part, that you approach to attract to join EXP, guys, they're in a positive, present mindset. I'm with RE/MAX, I'm happy where I'm at, I'm making plenty of money, and they believe it's going to bring them to that positive future. If I stay with RE/MAX, I'm going to keep making money, I'm going to be able to provide for my family, and if I stay here, I'm leading to the positive future. Now here's the challenge. Many of you are approaching people like that, saying, oh, I recognize you're happy over at RE/MAX, yet let me just vomit all over you about EXP and tell you everything that we can do here. See, guys, that's positive present to positive future. That's not how we change their mind. You guys with me? So it's not about that. It's about bringing them down in this model to a negative present mindset. I mean, we got to open the door of doubt. Maybe if I stay here at Keller Williams, maybe I'm not going to get that positive future. Now, by the way, they must self-discover this. You can't just tell them. Help them self-discover. How do you do that? Ask questions, that's right. Remember, the person talking in a conversation, sure, they dominate the conversation, yet the person who asks questions controls it. Once we move them to a negative present, then it's about pushing them to this negative future. If I stay with Coldwell Banker, then I'm not going to achieve the results that I want now. Now and only now are they open to the positive future, to align with you, to align with EXP. So how do we do that? There's some profound points of differentiation. You guys already know. I always like that 1 to 10 rating system. See, anytime they give themselves or their current brokerage anything less than a 10, guys, they're automatically moving into this negative present mindset. So let's talk about the strengths of EXP. How would you rate your current brokerage on a scale from 1 to 10 on their ability to give you stock, equity, ownership in your brokerage? 0. Ouch. How would you rate them on training? By the way, how many hours of training do they provide to you every single week to improve your knowledge, your skills, your mindset, your habits? How many hours? 2? Oof. Ouch, okay. How about their ability to compete with Zillow, Redfin, Opendoor, the iWire programs? Or are you like most other realtors that are losing out on those commissions? How about their ability to provide you with residual and passive income, what I love to call wake-up money? How about health insurance? Do they provide that to you? How would you rate the community, the culture? I'll tell you what, I just had an event, Kokoszka, Lucas, I'll tell you what, the culture of this organization is amazing. Never experienced anything like it. So what we're doing, guys, is automatically moving them to that negative present. So then it's about pushing them to that negative future. And you heard Krista say earlier this morning, there's one simple question that must be asked. When was the last time you went to a realtor's retirement party? That's you're all with me, right? No, it's called a funeral or a wake, right? That's the retirement. I don't want to be selling real estate in my 70s and 80s. How about you? All right. So again, positive present to negative present, negative future. Once we're there, guys, they'll align with you. They'll join the EXP, no doubt about that. So there's a 6-step close. I want you to snap a picture of this. By the way, if you go to iconcoaching.com, I've got this entire slide deck uploaded into our resources section, so you can just grab it. You can have all these scripts if you choose to have them. So the 6-step close, this is after you've given them the full education of the model. Let's assume that you make the change to EXP, and you're now netting an extra $120,000 per year. What would you do with the extra money? Now here's where you gotta go deep. You're gonna dig it out of them, right? Are they gonna buy a new car? They're gonna invest in real estate. They're gonna buy a new house, enjoy the country club, get a new boat, buy a vacation house, whatever that is, extract it from them. If they say, I'm gonna travel, where are you gonna travel to? Let's go deep here. This is the emotional trigger, you understand. And yet many of you know the bold law. Logic makes them think. What is it, Russ?
Emotion makes them act.
Emotion makes them act, no doubt about that. So, after you extract that from them, you simply ask the question, well, if you stay at your current brokerage, how do you intend to do that? I mean, are you going to do something different? I'll tell you, 90% of the time they're going to say, I'm going to work harder. Now, revenue share, as you guys well know, is the only thing that is going to increase your freedom and your income at exactly the same time. You can increase your income in real estate sales. All you get to do is just work harder. Sounds painful to me. What do you guys think?
Yep.
So let's just imagine that we're having this conversation 3 years from now, and you're earning extra stock, equity. You're getting at least $10,000 per month in what I'd love to call wake-up money, so that you could, and then I'm going to loop back to everything that they told me. So you could buy that new car. So you could travel to Turks and Caicos. So you could go spend a month in Europe, whatever the answer was, right? So I'm going to loop back to that. Then I ask the question, would that make you happy? As undoubtedly, the answer is always what? Shout it out. Yes. And I immediately say, would it make you happier than you are right now? Don't you deserve to be happier than you are right now? How many of you guys believe you deserve to be happier than you are right now?
Yeah.
I believe that too. So let's do the right thing. Get you over here to Exp. It's a 6-step close, and it's relatively simple, no doubt about that. So again, this entire slide deck is just on iconcoaching.com. Feel free to run over there. And Brent, I know you asked me to tell my story, buddy. I apologize. I recognize that I was short on time. So come find me. I'll tell you that story. Good stuff, guys. Thank you.